Welcome to PCMC. To all the essential workers out there, thank you for all you're doing. Zetus Lapetus, we've got quite an
Zetus Lapetus.
Zetus Lapetus. No, it's Lapetus. It's with an L. I looked it up.
Are you sure?
Zetus Lapetus.
It doesn't sound like there's an L in there.
I mean, that's what it said on the internet.
Okay.
Zetus Lapetus, Jen. You're being a real bitch major right now. Today on PCMC, well, I'm Mike Bongiorno. I'm here with Jen Litrell.
Hi.
Jen, we're doing something new. We're starting something new, which is we're going to be doing some episodes called DCOM 101.
Yep. I'm so excited.
What's a DCOM?
It is a Disney Channel original movie.
Now, what is when I see DCOM, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means my entire middle school life.
Yeah. Well, I was out doing drugs, hanging out, crushing puss. You were
Right. Well, you're like a million years older than
you were
me.
inside watching DCOMs with your grandma.
Yep. Yeah, you bet I was.
You know what? That's what made you the wonderful person you are today.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you are the one who's going to sort of guide me through this journey.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
You're going to... Because I've seen really none other than what you've shown me. So whenever we do this, it's going to be basically you showing me something.
Yep, every single DCOM.
Exactly. And we're going to do these... I don't know how often we're going to do them. Whenever.
Yeah.
I can tell you for sure that we're going to do Halloween Town in October.
Yes.
All
of them? The Return of Calabar?
No.
All right.
Not yet. We got to save something.
Right.
The show's going to keep going for a million more years, so
right.
We got to save it. Jen, before we get into it, let's talk a little bit about quarantine madness.
Yep.
Because I am fucking struggling, bro.
Same.
No, we're not on Zoom right now.
We're not.
The last couple episodes of PCMC have been on Zoom because we must social distance, but me and Jen are a couple, and even though we don't live together, we see each other. Is that wrong? Is that allowed?
I don't know. I'm not sure how it works.
I mean, we're not in the same house, so maybe we're breaking the law, but we also don't see anybody but each other.
Right. Yeah, I haven't seen any of my friends.
Well, I actually go out to work, and I'm essential. But I also am very, I wear scrubs to work, even though I'm not in the medical field.
Right.
I don't have to wear scrubs at all, but I do because I'm insane. And I come home, and I go into the garage, and I strip naked, or strip down the boxers, and then carry my clothes in a ball, above my head, like it's a bomb from the Batman movie. And I go and put it in the washing machine and wash it, then go take a shower, and I also leave my shoes in the garage. I'm very, very, very careful.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't have to do any of that because I've been working from home.
You're also essential, though.
I am. We're both in the field of working with people with disabilities, so we're both essential.
Fuck yeah, we are.
But we also kind of swapped because when you were working from home, I had to go out.
Yeah. And now
and then once I got to work from home, we don't work for the same program. We don't have anything to do with each other.
Just the same field.
Just happens that way. Sweet.
Quarantine madness. I'm also going to try to not sniffle too much today because the fucking pollen is...
Bananas.
It's fucking my face up is what it is. I feel like I want to... under my skin is itchy. Like, my skull is itchy. And I also feel like I have a baby rattlesnake up my nose that's like...
It's gross.
and I want it to stop rattling and it won't. So, I'm insane.
But you have Claritin now.
Yes, you brought me some Claritin, thank God. All right, everybody, let's go to the year 1999. It was quite a year for science fiction. You had The Matrix. You had Star Wars Episode 1. You had Existence from David Cronenberg. You had Galaxy Quest. But most importantly,
You had Zenon, girl of the 21st century.
Zenon, girl of the 21st century, a classic DCOM at this point.
Super classic.
Now, I'm not sure if this is the first year of DCOMs or just one of the first years, but like if you look at the classic DCOMs, a lot of them came out in this year. 99 is like a huge year for DCOMs.
Mm-hmm. Is that what Disney Plus says? That's where I check them.
I check on IMDb.
Oh, if you go to Disney Plus and you go into DCOMs, like the categories,
They put it in years?
yeah, they put it by the decades, I think. Or maybe it's
Interesting.
by the years. I'm pretty sure it's by the decades, though.
Huh. The 90s was quite a time for DCOMs.
Right. Yeah.
So, Zenon. Now, you've seen this a bunch of times.
Yeah.
You even know the song by Microbe.
Yeah.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Make my heart go boom, boom. My supernova girl.
I watched it for the first time like a month ago, and then I watched it today to take some
Yes.
notes. I guess let's go through the movie.
So, I guess the opening.
Well, the first shot is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, it's the creepy doll.
Right.
It's the creepy protozoa.
She makes dolls. No, I think the first shot's her creepy doll of herself.
Is it?
Because
I
then
thought
she
it was
makes
the
creepy
start of
protozoa.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
She makes creepy dolls. That's something she does.
I mean, what else do you do? What else is there to do?
I mean, I'm sure in the script it was like she makes cute dolls, but then whoever worked in props, production design for this movie, they just made creepy dolls. But it begins with like a creepy doll, and it says Zenon, girl of the 21st century.
Yeah.
And we meet Zenon.
Yeah. She's asleep. She's in her bedroom.
Yeah.
She gets woken up by a video of herself.
If the philosopher Slavoj Žižek were here, he'd be like, in the film, the Zenon in the bed is she is id. She's id. And Zenon coming through the screen is superego. And the Zenon in the ship is ego.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. But we don't need to get Freudian.
Right.
But we do begin with, I guess she pre-recorded a message of her telling herself to wake up.
Yeah.
And she's like, Zetus Lapetus,
I'm late.
I'm late for what, breakfast?
School?
Yeah.
No, well, school, but also the dining hall or whatever it is closes.
Yeah. She opens up her window and we see Earth out there, and we know, oh, she lives in space.
But also her pre-recorded message is like, at least you don't have to live down there.
Right. Which is, yeah, Zenon is always spouting anti-Earth propaganda through this whole movie.
Earth is literally hell.
She's like, Earth is a fucking nightmare. It's disease and it's all about money.
Everyone's crammed into one place.
I
And
know.
I've never even sneezed.
She fucking hates it, even though she's never been there.
Well, her mom hates it. No, she has. She was 5 when she left.
Yeah.
She was 5.
But she barely remembers anything. Later on, she's back on Earth and it starts to rain and she's like, what the fuck is this?
No, and then she's like, I remember rain.
Yeah, but at first she is really like, what is happening?
We're not in the shower section of the ship.
So this is, by the way, Zenon is typical 1990s rude, rad kid. Adults just don't fucking get it, and kids are the coolest. Like, she's late to lunch or late to breakfast, and the fucking lunch lady's like, fuck you, Zenon, starve to death. And she's like, so then she goes like running around and she's like using things to skateboard. She's Marty McFlying all over this fucking space station. And through voiceover, you hear people like, Zenon, watch out, Zenon, what the fuck? So we know every adult knows fucking Zenon.
Well, yeah.
She's the fucking nightmare of this space station.
She's trouble.
She is fucking trouble. She's, you know what it is? Because she thinks who she is.
Yep. When she puts in for the contest, she was like, of course I'm going to win. To me,
And she does. When she wins, she's like, yeah, right, of course.
Yeah.
Of course that happened. By the way, let's talk a little bit about the aesthetic of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if in the year 2020, the movie takes place in 2049.
2049.
But imagine if like next year, Trump is like, I'm hiring Lisa Frank to be the architect who recreates the modern world, because everything is fucking pink
and bright
and fucking her. First of all, her room looks like a goddamn Applebee's. There's shit on the wall. This is the kind of thing.
That's a teenage girl's bedroom.
Yeah, but even okay, sure, but even outside of her bedroom, everything's pink and purple and colorful, and all the clothes look synthetic. Like if you burn them, really toxic shit would come off of it. Everything is just, you know what it is? It's got that look of something that was filmed before HD, and they never assumed HD would exist. And you can't make it HD if it's not HD, but you can present it in the best possible way, and you can. It's the kind of thing where like you could see the cracks on this thing. Like when they're in like the common area, like cafeteria, you could see like all the scuff marks on the floor, which is like, you know, the cast and crew like bringing in shit, and it's like you could really see the seams of this, you know, very plastic looking movie.
I mean, it was also made for TV.
Right.
It was made to entertain girls my age when it came out.
Right. How old were you when it came out?
Let's see.
99.
It came out January 99, so I was born in 87, so I was turning 12.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like like a week away from 12.
And you were like, Zetus Lapetus, this is who I want to be.
This is my movie. This is who I'm going to be next year.
You kind of have, yeah, I know. You kind of have a Zenon hair going on today.
I do. I tried to like Zenon bound.
Yeah. You know this is a podcast, right?
I try to prep for the day when you're going to go on YouTube. I don't want to be caught off guard.
If it ever happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to always be ready. I'm always YouTube ready.
Okay. Well, you look great.
Thank you.
I'm rocking Raven Simone's lopsided pigtails.
Yeah. Forever lopsided. One's straight and then one's like a normal
I could not tell.
ponytail.
I could not tell watching it this time if it's just that's future ponytails or it's just bad costuming, bad hair and makeup.
It used to annoy me when I would watch it the first, like, when it was on.
Yeah.
But it's like that every time. So I think it's supposed to be future ponytails.
But it's not skewed enough. You know what I mean?
I know.
It should be more crooked so you could so the look works.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, her best friend Nebula is played by Raven Simone.
Yes, Raven.
Who is she's pretty young in this.
She is.
And she's like
13, I guess.
Yeah. She's such a beta. She's like fucking whatever you want, Zenon, you're the best.
No, she tells her off sometimes.
No.
Okay.
Even when she tells her off, she's like still complimenting her. Like at one point Xenon's like, I need you to sneak into something, and she's like, I'm not you. Zenon is a cult leader. Wherever she goes, she gets minions to do her bidding.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Except for the true fucking star of this movie, Maggie, or whatever her name is.
Oh, no. What's her name? Oh, I wrote it down because I never remember it. Margie. I mean, you were close.
Margie, who's the bitch who hates her. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We meet Commander Plank, played by
that guy from the 90s.
He played Earl Sinclair in Disney's Dinosaurs.
Oh, yes.
I'm the baby, gotta love me.
Yes.
Big purple eyes, I'm very cuddly, especially when I hit my daddy with the frying pan. His name is Stuart Pankin.
Okay.
He also is in the third of the Honey, We Shrunk trilogy as one of the adults that gets shrunk. That's Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. This movie's pretty low quality. I know that you have a lot of love for it.
I mean, I was prime age when it came out. Like, I have nostalgia for it. But I do like it. I liked it.
It's charming.
Yeah.
And it's not too toxic. I mean, like, there's nothing you can look bad. There's a lot of shit from the 90s you look at and it's like, yikes.
Yeah.
Boy, is this problematic. There's nothing going on here that's really problematic. It's still pretty cute. I think a kid now could watch it.
Yeah.
The only thing is, the movie is full of screens, and in 1999, that was probably like, wow. And now we have it. Now we live in a world with Zoom, and we live in a world with tablets. So none of that reads as futuristic, even though it's meant to be.
Zenon invented it.
Yeah.
She invented iPads.
Yeah. She did. I'm telling you, The Matrix, episode 1, Zenon.
Yeah. She's up there with the greats.
Oh, sci-fi greats. So anyway, we meet Commander Plank, who is, when they first show, she runs into him and he's like, "Stop running, Zenon." He's the commander of the ship.
Yeah.
He's kind of a heavy. He's not the bad guy, although I feel like they make him look like a bad guy at first because they play some like downbeat music and they have him like staring at her.
Right.
He's a little too concerned with what she's up to. It's like, you know what? Don't you have other things to worry about?
I mean, to be fair, she's always up to something.
Yeah, she's a nightmare.
And he's got a really important guest coming up that their whole livelihood depends on.
Right.
If they want to stay in space.
Yeah, Wyndham.
So, like, yeah, he's going to... Also, like, really, how big is the space day? Like, how many people are there that he can't give her
that's
attention
the thing.
for being the worst person ever?
When you see the space day... By the way, space day is shorter than space station, yet somehow it feels like it takes more effort to say space day.
The space day.
And she always says space day. When you see the space day from the outside, it's glorious 1990s fucking television CG, like fucking reboot style. The ship looks, or not the ship, the space day looks exactly like the one from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Like, it's got that look entirely. So it's huge, but I feel like because of budgetary reasons, there's only like 3 interior sets and like 40 extras.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's round. So really, all the hallways are going to look the same.
Right.
So, I mean, to be fair.
I feel like they're trying to make you think like there's hundreds of people living here, but like all you ever see is like you don't see a great deal. This is a problem I have with Disney, especially in the 90s era, which is they had this like media cast system where they were like, we've got our theatrical movies and then we do straight to video sequels, and those are done by different people and usually worse voices, and it's like they weren't trying to market everything as like, this is good. It was sort of like, this is a DCOM.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get from a DCOM.
Yeah.
It's like, you could put a little bit more effort into this, Disney. Come on. I feel like this movie cost $5.60 to make.
I want to know what they like expected out of the first DCOM. Because like, then you have like your High School Musical.
Yeah.
And like, that was a big deal. Like, the last one got a theatrical release.
Which is crazy. But that was like, what?
Right.
That was a long time later. I don't know. I mean, that gets into like, what are you ever expecting from making a television movie?
That's true.
Because a TV show, you at least have, you can get ratings by catching an audience, but you've got to jump right at, you've got to, have people that want to see this one-time movie.
Right. But I meant like, was the first DCOM, was that meant to be like a series of other DCOMs, or was it meant to just be like a one-off, we'll see how it does, it's a time filler?
A bunch came out at the same time. So I feel like there probably was an effort from the Disney Channel to be like, this is what we're doing. This is our thing.
Because then, like, even after they started using, like, their Disney Channel stars.
Yeah.
Like Cadet Kelly, which we're still going to watch. I love that movie. I don't think it's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, Hilary Duff's in it, so I gotta love it.
When did the term DCOM enter the lexicon? Were they always calling it DCOM? Do they ever call it DCOM, or is it just the fans that call it DCOM?
I don't know. I feel like I didn't hear DCOM until, like, now.
Okay.
Like, we always just call it, like, it was a Disney Channel movie. I don't think we went through the whole Disney Channel original movie.
Okay, so Commander Plank's not the bad guy. All right, so let's get into the plot. We find out that Microbe...
Yes.
A boy band that Zenon and her friends are obsessed with.
Yes.
Are coming to space to do the first rock concert in space.
Yes.
And there's a contest.
Uh-huh. To dance on stage with Protozoa, who's their lead singer.
Holy shit.
I know.
And, by the way, the lead singer's name is Protozoa. The band is called Microbe. I feel like it should be the other way around.
Well, his first name is Proto, and his last name is Zoa.
His first name should be Mike. His
Mike
last name should be
Crobe.
Crobe. So she's like, I'm gonna make a creepy doll and enter it, and that's how I'll win the contest.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna come to her. This is kind of wonky because they're coming to space anyway, to her space station.
Yes.
But it's not everyone on her space station. It's anybody can enter this contest.
Oh yeah.
So if you were an Earth person,
I guess they'd fly you up.
Yeah. I feel like if I were an Earth girl and I made a creepy doll, and then some girl from the space station won, I'd be like, well, this is fucking rigged.
They don't want to spend the money to fly me up.
This is fucking bullshit. They're already flying up Protozoa.
Yeah.
So we then meet Wyndham.
Right.
Who
Parker
is...
Wyndham.
Yes. He's the villain. He's the true villain.
Yeah.
He is Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. He's the man who pays for the space station. Mm-hmm. And I should say on the space station what's happening is scientific research.
Yeah.
Zenon and all her friends are the children of scientists working on things.
Right.
Her parents are working on
I don't know if
bone marrow density.
Oh, is that what they say?
Yeah.
Okay, I was looking for it, and I don't know if I missed it. But yeah, they need a weightless chamber.
Right, that's why they have to be there. Right. Yeah. So, and the ship's run out of money, so they need to impress this man when he comes to visit, so he'll give them more money. And so her mom doesn't have to go back to Earth because Earth's the worst. Right. Well, Xenon's really afraid of going back to Earth. Right, because she's never experienced it. But her mom also has a fear of Earth, and she has experienced it. She says to her mom at one point, don't blow an O-ring. Or you're going to blow an O-ring. Yeah. And she's always saying scientific jargon like that. But I just recently found out that an O-ring is... In the Challenger disaster, it was an O-ring that cracked and broke, causing all those people to die. So, too soon, Zenon. Wow. Too soon, Zenon. Oh, wow. She says it again, too, when she's eating the onion rings. She has no respect for fucking... She does. Yeah, she doesn't. She has no fucking respect for the Challenger tragedy. It was before her time. We see her in school, and we find out that President Chelsea Clinton... President Clinton, and then they say Chelsea. And then they say Chelsea, is working. Well, I what does the teacher say? I wrote it down. Her hologram teacher. Oceans are the new frontier. Harvesting of underwater vegetation as a major source of energy and food. Yes, we're all gonna eat seaweed. It's a sort of, and we're also gonna use that as kelp to be, I guess, power. So we're off of oil. Yeah. It's a sort of utopian future. Yes. Although capitalism is still a thing because Wyndham is the money man and he's the bad guy and he can make it all go away. Right. And his plan is to, spoiler alert, to kill and blow up the whole station so he'll get insurance money. Yes. Like it's an old house. Who fucking insures a giant fucking space stay? I don't know. Yeah. So also just getting back to her mom, because I don't fully understand her fears and how they work. She's afraid of Earth because of crime and germs and weather, but one wrong thing and your entire place of living falls out of the sky and you die. I don't know though. So, I feel like Zenon is the one who's really more afraid than mom. No, but her mom doesn't want to go down. Aunt Judy says that, but I think she just don't want to be around Aunt Judy. Because who does? Right, she's like, fuck Aunt Judy. I like Aunt Judy. Because Zenon is so afraid of, like any kid, she's so afraid of leaving her life. Right. So we see her in a scene that doesn't totally need to be there for the plot. She goes on a spacewalk to see, what is it? There's a solar storm. Oh, yeah. Not to be on Neil deGrasse Tyson about this, but every time we see Earth, the fucking perspectives are all wrong. It looks like Earth is a mile away, but also Earth is small. It's very weird. The graphics suck. And then anyway, her dad catches her, and her mom's like, Zenon, you gotta stop sucking, or we're gonna ground you. Yeah. And her mom puts on the fucking the what do they call it? Oh, it's the stress helmet. Yeah, the stress helmet. And her dad says this is the third time she put on the stress helmet this month. We don't want her to go into the chill chamber. The chill chamber? I wrote that down. Should we talk about the way that Zenon talks? Yes.
Zetus Lapetus.
That's her catchphrase.
Yeah.
Which I did just some light research to see like if that means anything, and all I could find was just things that said that's Zenon's catchphrase.
Yeah.
So I don't think it has any root in anything. I think it's just gibbity gobbity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she says it all the time. That's her leaping lizards.
But also, like, adults say it too sometimes.
I feel like her dad says it to mock her.
No, but like when the in the beginning when she's like one of the ways that she goes for breakfast is blocked because like something's, I don't know, sparking, and everyone's stuck there, and one of the adults was like, Zetus Lapetus, I'm gonna be late.
He means it like fucking shit.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of major and minor.
Yes. Yup, major. I'm gonna be grounded major.
Yeah, she says it's weird because it's not like English grammar,
right?
Because it's like an adjective that goes after the noun or verb,
right?
Like she'll be like,
but she also like doesn't.
One sin minor and my life is over.
But
or like don't sweat major.
Yeah, she also doesn't always use it. Sometimes she just uses like regular grammar. I don't know how it works or where you put it.
Yeah. She wins.
Right.
Wyndham comes for a tour, and her parents are giving him a tour. And Wyndham makes one little mistake. He says microbe instead of... No, he says microscope instead of microbe.
Yeah, he says microscope.
Because he's talking to a child, and he's like, I love that microscope. And she's like, you're a fucking villain, and I hate you. She, like, decides immediately that he's the worst person in the world, and she's going to fucking foil him.
Well,
because he said the wrong thing.
To be fair, he said he was a big fan of microscope.
But he's talking to a child. He's just talking to a little kid.
I'm just saying, why say you're a big fan if you don't even know the name?
Well, anyway... She's like, you're the villain.
Yes.
And she starts the fucking... And he's got like a creepy, like, LeFou type...
sidekick,
who I feel is, queer-coded.
Yeah.
He's very, like, Smithers.
Yes.
And she's recycling diving.
Uh-huh.
Which is something she does.
Like dumpster diving.
Yeah. She hangs out in the... Because, like, she makes her own clothes and shit out of recycled stuff.
Right. But like everything on the space station is made from like natural stuff.
Right.
So I guess it's not really that gross.
No, I think it's like she's like very conscious.
Yeah.
And they all do it. Her and her friends all do it.
Yeah.
So she's dumpster diving at night
to try to find something for her creepy protozoa doll.
Right. And she sees, what's the fucking guy's name?
Oh, Lutz.
She sees Lutz.
I don't know if he has a first name. I think they just call him Lutz.
Yeah. And Lutz is like poking around the mainframe computer thing. And she's like, what's this fucking guy up to?
And then she falls out of the dumpster.
Right. And then they play a game of fucking, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing here? And she's like, well, I'm going to go. And he's like, well, okay, so go then. And she's like, maybe you should go too.
Yep.
Because, of course, she's right. He's bad.
Right.
We don't know what exactly he's up to yet, but he was up to something. Oh, so then she's always getting her friends to fucking... Again, she's a cult leader. She's always getting her friends to, like, break rules for her.
Yes.
So she gets one of her friends to, like, get the secret codes to the computer so she could see what was going on. Mm-hmm. And that's what gets her in trouble major.
Yeah. That's what gets her grounded.
Yeah. Oh, they love...
On real ground.
I know. They get so much out of saying grounded and meaning you're going to Earth. They like, so were impressed with themselves. Like, she's like, I know I'm grounded. And her dad's like, no, grounded. You're going to Earth to fucking catch coronavirus.
Not yet.
Which she does, by the way. The second she gets off the shuttle, she starts sneezing. Yeah. She's got fucking COVID immediately.
She's got allergies.
And she's got no fucking muscle tone either. She's like, gravity.
But I also don't understand how, like, maybe because I've never been to space and I don't know how space works, but, like, you know, like when you get off, like, a cruise?
Yeah.
Because you've been on it for a week and you have to, like, get your land legs. Yeah. Like, how are Lutz and Wyndham able to just walk off no problem?
Well,
like,
how is she able to walk off no problem?
She isn't. She struggles. But she's like ugh, when she tries to even get up from the seat because gravity.
By 2049, it's like a fucking bus ride. It's pretty quick.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, Well, yeah, but you
How much
walk.
muscle tone can you lose in an hour if it's an hour trip?
They were only in the space station for an hour.
I
Let's
think
in
so.
Wyndham.
Yeah,
I thought they were there for a while, like doing a tour. Like I thought they were there for a few days.
Yeah. But I don't think that's enough. The science.
No, but that's what I mean.
I
like,
can't pick apart the science of Zenon. It's nonsense. I mean, you're right.
Like how I mean, because she's never experienced gravity, so I understand how she could struggle, but I don't understand.
She should be in a wheelchair. She shouldn't even be struggling. She should be like, I cannot move.
Well, no, they have exercise. They have stationary bikes. And she swam from something to something spacey to something spacey.
Yeah. She's always fucking saying spacey shit. So she gets, of course, caught sneaking into like the computer room, whatever.
Yeah.
And fucking Plank is like, this fucking bullshit has to stop.
Yep.
And then she gets grounded. So she gets sent to her Aunt Judy's.
Oh, Aunt Judy.
Down on Earth. Fucking that loser Aunt Judy.
And then she gets mad at like everyone.
Yeah,
on the space day for I don't know what. Like she's mad at Nebula.
Yeah. Nebula's her fucking punching bag.
I know.
But Nebula, okay, so Lutz, he puts the secret evil plans on like a disc, and it's like a spherical. It looks like a pog.
Yeah,
it's like a little
metallic looking disc.
Yeah, it's like an iridescent little thing.
Yes.
And he drops it because he's the worst villain ever.
But it's also little.
But it's like the one thing he's got to be caring about. And he's
right.
like, dude. And
and Nebula finds it.
And she's like, I'm going to make an earring for my cult leader out of this.
Because she's leaving and it's my fault somehow.
Yeah. Of course it's my fault. Please put cigarettes out on me, Zenon. And
yeah, like when she's talking to, I forget what she says, but like Xenon's like to Nebula. And then Nebula's
because Nebula's like, maybe you shouldn't have fucking snuck into the thing. Right. Maybe you fucking made your own bed and now you got to fucking lie in it.
Clearly, that's the ultimate betrayal.
Right.
That's
Zenon can do whatever the fuck she wants. Apparently. I fucking hate her.
Okay.
No, she's all right. So anyway, she goes down and she's on the same flight with the villain, which feels like she's running around accusing them of bad things. And so this is why she's grounded. Is it you really gonna put her with the villains?
Well, no one believes her.
Right.
So what do they know? She's 13. She doesn't have any choices.
She falls right when she gets off the fucking...
Yeah. She sneezes.
Yeah.
And because she doesn't know how gravity works, that sneeze takes her down.
Right. And then Wyndham's like, do you need help? And she's like, fuck you.
Yeah. She doesn't say fuck you.
She's like,
I'm fine.
She plays nothing close to the chest. She is like, you're the villain and I know it and I'm gonna fucking stop you. She's never seen a single episode of Columbo. She doesn't know how to fucking play it cool even a little bit.
I don't know what to tell you. It's 2049. Columbo's outdated.
Yeah. So she's fucking she is Aunt Judy picks her up. Everybody drives a VW Bug.
in the future. No, it's just Aunt Judy.
No, they all have them.
Oh, really?
Almost all of them. At least in that first scene, there's tons of bugs.
Oh, snap.
Except for the self-driving car her friend has.
That has pedals for some reason.
So Aunt Judy's like, hi, I'm your loser Aunt Judy.
Aww.
You want to go to a fucking fast food restaurant and eat shit? And she's like, I'm RoboCop. I only eat fucking a paste that's made out of pure protein. She's like, she doesn't like pizza or anything.
Well, she doesn't know that she doesn't like pizza. She doesn't know what pizza is.
Well, she eventually gets into it.
She didn't say that she didn't like it. She just said she's never had it.
Right. Aunt Judy's being super nice.
Yes.
Aunt Judy explains production design by saying, the big cities have all sorts of futuristic shit.
But we couldn't afford that.
But luckily we're not living in a big city. She meets her Earth friends. They're hanging out at this restaurant.
Well, I mean, they're staring at her at this
Greg
restaurant.
will not stop staring at her.
I love him. He's the guy from Everwood. He was cute in Everwood.
He's the love interest, but he's got a Dahmer stare.
Yep. Yeah, he wants to wear her.
It puts a chill through you. And he won't stop staring. And then fucking Midge, or whatever her name is.
Margie.
Is like, fucking stop staring at her. You're my boyfriend, not really.
You like to ride my dad's hover limo, so that means you love me.
Yeah. And Midge goes over to her and
Margie.
She's like, I'm going to bully you because this is a 90s movie. And what are you wearing, a Halloween costume? You suck.
Yep.
Midge is always wearing like a fur coat kind of thing. She's always fluffy.
Rich.
Yeah.
She's got money. She can afford dead animals.
And limos.
Yeah.
Floaty limos.
Yeah.
So Zenon is like, yeah, I'm dressed for Halloween. Why don't you give me that mask you're wearing?
Oh, that's your face.
And Midge is like, oh my God, I did not expect her to say anything back to me.
Yep.
And then Aunt Judy comes back from the bathroom. She had to wash her hands because, of course, COVID. And then she comes back, and as she's coming back to the table, Zenon's like, let's get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here. And Aunt Judy's like, I guess, whatever. This first day's going great.
I'm not hungry, Major.
She goes, let's abort this mission.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
And Aunt Judy's like, all right. If I were Aunt Judy, I'd be like, you know what, kid? Why don't you fucking calm down, all right?
I'm your only friend right now.
Yeah. I'm fucking letting you live in my giant house that's amazing. And you're giving me nothing but attitude that I don't fucking deserve.
And then what? She gets sent to school, right? Is that the next scene?
Well, when she first sees Aunt Judy's house, she sees flowers and she's like, what are these for? And Aunt
she's
Judy's
like, everything has a purpose. You need these for oxygen. You have plenty of that.
And Aunt Judy's like, maybe they're just good for your soul.
Yeah. It's beautiful, Aunt Judy.
Zenon's like, what's a soul? We're secular in space.
All right.
And Aunt Judy's like, let me tell you about Christ. So
That's not what happens.
no. Yeah, so she has to go to school, which, by the way, this is in every movie with kids. I hate when it's like you just move somewhere and like the next second you're in school. Like there's no like enrollment process.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what time of year it is. You just fucking your kid. Fucking take your ass to school.
And the teacher has to get your name wrong.
Oh, of course she does. She has to.
Radon car.
And this is another thing that happens a lot in movies. She gets fucking bullied and the teacher doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Why can't they just be like, hey, did you just bully this new student?
Yeah.
You can't bully people in front of me. I'm the teacher. I'm right here. I could hear you bullying people.
Whenever we had a new kid in school, like, they'd always get paired up with someone. So they had, like, someone that they knew at least.
They didn't drag you in front of the fucking room and make everyone look at you?
No, they didn't.
So, so school's not going great because Midge is there and Midge don't like her. And Midge is also her, like, science class partner.
Yeah, because who else?
Yeah.
Who else but someone you don't like?
And Zenon overheats the...
Yeah, because the directions say to heat it up to like 250 degrees.
Yeah.
But she takes that to mean Celsius.
Yeah.
And it like explodes and goes on fire.
Her science teacher is like, we're still on Fahrenheit down here.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is dumb. The rest of the world's on... Like,
I know.
Zenon should be like, don't be fucking proud of that, you fucking caveman.
Well, she doesn't know what the rest of the world is on. She doesn't know anything about her.
No, but the science teacher has an attitude.
Right. No, I know.
Like, you should be embarrassed that you're not on Celsius. That's what she should say. Which, I don't know. She kind of is doing that a lot. She's kind of high-roading people left and right.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, what is this? In space, things are better.
But she doesn't do it there.
Greg won't stop staring at her.
No. Well, I mean, he's not in science class, is he? No.
No. In swimming class or gym class, he's there.
Yeah.
Midge pushes her in the pool.
Right. And she almost drowns, so then Greg has to jump in after her.
Right.
Which also, just a small thing, when she gets pushed in, she has a ponytail, and when she gets dragged out, she doesn't.
Oh, really?
Ponytails don't come out that easily.
Well,
So, maybe in space they do.
Yeah.
Maybe she had a space thing that like disintegrated in water.
probably.
Yeah, makes sense.
She's not happy, by the way. She's like, fuck you, Greg.
Oh, yeah. Like, thanks for saving my life. She was like, you just didn't give me a chance to die? Sorry.
And stop staring at me constantly. It's creeping me out. I could feel your eyes all over my body.
If he didn't stare at her, though, he wouldn't have known that she needed help.
I know. But you know what? Midge, she's always mad based on...
Margie.
She's always mad based on, like, seeing Greg look at Zenon. She'll see Greg, the person she pines over, looking at Zenon, and then she'll be like, I'm going to take this out on Zenon, because women, even in the future, the patriarchy rules.
Right.
And women can't be friends.
Yep. But they are in Z2, spoiler alert.
And
Zenon.
according to trivia on IMDb, the actors are best friends.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of on Earth for a little bit. What? She starts to hang out with Greg.
Yeah, he takes her to go see the horses.
Yeah, he's like, this is what a horse is.
Well, they start, like, becoming okay because she's trying to look up something on Wyndham.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, everything's blocked in her school.
Oh no, her parents give her like a blocked.
No, not
tablet?
It wasn't on the tablet. It was on the computer.
Right. Oh yeah.
But
You're
like
right.
everything's blocked. So
Right.
in the
Well,
future,
and he can hack.
right?
He's one of these '90s kids
But
who
we
can
don't
hack.
even know that he can hack yet. He's just typing really fast. He's typing a paper. If you look at his computer, he's not on a website. He's on like Google
there's a
Docs or
point
something.
Where she's like,
No, I know he does hack. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
At the point that she decides that he's a computer genius, he's just typing really
Well,
fast.
it's 2049 and all the computers are fucking boxy, old-fashioned fucking computers, like
With the
fucking
split,
Dells.
with the split keyboard.
Yeah. Oh, remember that?
Yeah,
It
like,
was
why
like,
was
now
that
you-
comfortable?
Well, because I guess your hands.
Are wider apart?
Yeah.
I never found I don't know. I didn't even see a difference.
So he shows her the ocean as well.
Yeah, they
And
go
she's like,
well, first they go
"Whoa."
horseback riding, and she's like, real horses? And then they go, and she's afraid of the horse, and then they ride together, so that's cute.
Yeah, there's a little bit of her like fish out of water,
Yeah.
like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She's like, what is this?
Yeah, and then at night they like go bike riding at first, and then like she falls off the bike because the bikes in the space are stationary, and then
Yeah.
he takes her to dinner where he fat shames her, so that's sweet.
Oh, he negs her hard. Yeah.
She's ordering food because everything's delicious because
Yeah.
it's not healthy.
Paste. Right. She's like trying fat and like
Yeah.
sugar for the first time, and she's like, "This is fucking great." If Zenon had stayed at Aunt Judy, she would have fucking blown up so quickly.
Yup. And Greg's like, whoa, I said I'd buy you dinner, not 10 dinners. And
He
it's
learned
like,
that-
slow down, Greg. Are you staring at me or
Yeah, right.
are we doing this?
Yeah.
Like, which do you want?
He learned that from fucking that guy with the hat. Who's the guy who teaches you how to neg women
What?
in the early 2000s? Remember the guy? What's his name? Like Mysterio.
What? Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Never mind.
Okay.
The game. Remember the game?
No.
He taught you like how to fucking hack women's brains.
No.
That's where negging comes from.
What are you talking about?
Mysterio.
I have no idea.
Question mark, man.
I've never heard
Doctor
of him.
Who. I don't know what his name was. Anyway.
Oh. I still don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway. So he negs her and she's like, all right, now I like you because you negged me.
Yeah.
It starts. He walks her home. It starts raining. She's like, "What the fuck is
Oh no!
this?"
Wait. First, they go to the beach
Oh right.
with the legs. They go to the beach, and she's wearing shorts, and she's just like, "Could my legs be any whiter? They glow in the dark."
And he's like, you see his hand going up and down in his pants. He's jerking off so hard. He's like, I think they're good.
Stop! Stop
And,
it! This is a Disney Channel movie.
And he immediately figures out that her earring is the thing Lutz wants.
Well, yeah, because they were going. She was like, "Take me through what happened," and she's like, "I picked up." Which, like, who remembers things with this much accuracy? Like,
Right.
she remembered
I
everything that
turned
she
to
said.
the left,
Yes.
showing him my right profile.
Yes, like something that you just like something so mundane as picking up your luggage, and
Right.
like I have no idea.
She's like, I turned this way, and he's like, he saw the earring. The earring must be
Which,
the MacGuffin.
like, she should have figured that out.
Right.
Something new, and he reacted.
But here's the thing. Lutz already put the virus into the space station that will kill the system and kill everybody.
Right.
Why does he fucking care? Like, what Xenon has it.
Because then it traces it back. Well, then it would trace it back to
Just
Zenon.
fucking sniper her in the fucking head. She's dead.
Okay.
Someone just do a fucking
This
mafia
is a
style.
Disney Channel
Mafia style. Someone just
original
comes up
movie.
just comes up behind her and she's gone.
This is a Disney Channel movie, Mike.
But who's gonna believe her? What is she has no fucking what's she gonna say?
I don't know.
Anyway, she has one of Greg's friends. She's always putting people to work. She has this kid look up the disk, and the disk
Andrew.
fries his computer. So that's how they
Yeah.
find out that it's a fucking virus.
Yeah, it's like a little worm, and it goes meh, 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 and it eats through his computer.
All right. Well, like in '90s movies, it's not just a virus; it's like a little animation.
Yeah.
Right. So she's like, "Oh my god, my parents are gonna die. Everybody's in trouble. I've got to fucking save the day."
So she calls them. Oh, also her iPad or whatever it was blocked.
She could only call her parents.
Right, she couldn't call Neb, and so I don't know if I guess Greg unblocks it, right?
Yeah. Someone hacks it for her.
So it's either Greg or Andrew. I feel like it's Andrew. He seems better with technology.
Yeah.
And So she's able to call Nebula and like, but she does call her parents to tell her that the space station
this scene.
is gonna blow up, and they're just like she explains everything in detail, like what's happening.
Lucidly, soberly.
Yes.
Very clearly.
Yeah, she's
and her mom's
not
like,
freaked
no,
out.
what the fuck are you talking about?
But everything's going on. She's like, and things are going to start shutting down, and then the lights go off. And her mom's like, no, Zenon, everything's fine. Stop being dramatic. And it's like, well, and then as soon as she hangs up, her mom's like, how could she know all that? Maybe call her back and find out how she knows all that.
Like, I can understand. Yeah.
Maybe believe your kids.
I can understand, like, you don't want your daughter to worry, but I feel like she's just fucking gaslighting her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like now's the time to start believing Zenon.
Right.
She clearly has been correct this entire time.
Right. Right.
And you're gonna die.
Right.
She
also speaks her mind constantly. Like she does. She's annoying, but she doesn't lie.
Right.
So why would you not believe her?
Right. Exactly. But then her dad, who's like the cool dad, the mom's like sucks.
Her mom hates everything that she loves.
Right.
Like when she goes out and sees like the solar flare or whatever it was, her mom's mad and her dad's like, that was so cool though.
Yeah.
And then
typical like dad's a friend, mom's
even
a parent.
with Protozoa, like everything, because she's singing the Protozoa song Zenon, and her mom's like, oh, I hate that song, and then her dad comes in the room and he's singing it. He's like, I love that song.
Right.
Like everything her mom just hates.
She's a Disney mom.
Yeah.
So if she's only good if she's dead. If she's alive, she's evil.
Yep.
That's how Disney works.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so dad's awesome. So dad says after the phone call, well, when Zenon puts her mind or something, blah, blah, blah. So the dad kind of is starting to believe Zenon.
Right.
Especially because everything's like dying around him.
Right.
But the big concert's coming up.
Oh, boy. So Zenon goes and like leaves Aunt Judy a FaceTime message.
She's like, sorry, gotta go, Aunt Judy, bye.
And goes to find Protozoa so that she can ride up with them to the space day.
Yeah, because no one ever called Protozoa to say, hey, sorry.
I know. Well, that was the big...
She's not gonna...
That was the big twist. That was their cover. So Wyndham sends up Protozoa as the space station's going down.
Because they'll die, and then no one will think that they planned it.
Right.
But I'm saying... after her parents grounded her.
Oh, right. No one from the space station thinks to call Protozoa.
It'd be like, sorry, the winner's not going to be here. Or you have to bring the winner with you, like you would have if the winner wasn't somebody on the station. I don't know. It's all a bit much.
Well, I guess they just figured that was part of her grounding. But yeah, you're right. No one does contact Protozoa to say.
So she gets her friend, who she's already ruined his computer, to carjack his dad's car.
Right.
And fucking...
It's supposed to drive itself, but it has pedals, so it doesn't drive itself.
Right. So she breaks into the fucking Wyndham's whatever.
Yeah.
There's a party for, like, I guess, Protozoa leaving to go to space.
Yeah.
She fucking meets Protozoa, and she's like, it's me. It's the girl who made the creepy doll.
And he's like, she also attaches a picture of herself.
Right.
That says, pick me, which is very convenient, because then he looks at the picture and then looks at her, and he's like,
it is you.
Gotcha.
And then... the fucking security are like, we have to bring her to Mr. Wyndham.
I know.
And he's like,
wouldn't you rather be a rock star? Yeah,
he's full Captain Jack Sparrow in this. He's like, oi, oi. So he's like, she's like, can I go to space with you? And he's like, you bet.
Yep.
And the captain's like, no, you can't just do that. We have to have a certain amount of food and oxygen and weight. No, just kidding. There's no science in this movie. Yeah. So they're like, yeah, sure.
No, there's some science.
And Judy comes and blows up her spot.
Yes.
Goes right up to the villain and is like, where is Zenon? Well, she came here to foil you.
She's freaked. Zenon was her responsibility, and now she's her little buddy because apparently Aunt Judy has no friends and no job.
Her mom's never going to fucking trust her again.
No, but she was just like, wherever Protozoa is, you'll find Zenon. But she's just worried.
Yeah.
Aunt Judy.
And so they realize she's on the ship.
Yeah, so they sneak on with her.
Well, Aunt Judy runs on.
Uh-huh.
Wyndham tries to go on to catch her, but it takes off without him knowing. And they're like, oh, shit. And then they, like, while the ship's ascending, like, it kind of goes straight up, so they, like, fall into the cargo closet. And then Zenon fucking, like, locks them in. Is like, fuck y'all.
Yep.
And Judy, who we've established is afraid of space and afraid of everything,
She's
can't put
afraid
herself
of
out
everything.
there in the world. That's her problem. Is like, oh, I guess I'm going to space.
Yeah, but I mean, because she has no choice, so
Right.
Zenon helps her and she sits her down. She calms her down as the flight's going up there.
Yeah. While they're going up there to fucking kill time, Zenon is like scamming them in poker.
Yeah.
She's got a real Zach Morris,
Yes.
fucking too cool for school scumbaggy vibe. That's
Yep.
Zenon.
Yeah.
They finally get there to the station.
And it's
Right.
it's falling apart.
Right. Lutz and Wyndham are like, oh shit,
We got to get off.
yeah, this thing's about to explode and we're gonna be on it.
And they try to convince the captain
Yeah.
to take, not the captain of the space station, but
The captain of the ship, like,
Right.
you got to turn this around, and she's like, we need to gas up.
Yeah, like we can't just go right back.
Zenon runs to tries to find her parents, but she runs into Plank.
Right.
And Plank's, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah. You're here to ruin everything again.
Yeah.
And And he sees Wyndham, so he's like in I need to impress you mode, but also everything's sparking around him.
He sees Aunt Judy and he's immediately in love.
Right.
That's the end of their arc.
Yeah.
She's in love with him. It's like a typical I see you, you see me.
Yep.
Fucking we hear pretty music and it's like, oh,
And then
they're in
she
love
falls
now.
into his arm.
Right, because the ship's rocking back and forth. And because in movies, that's all you need. Especially if you're in the third act.
Yeah.
You get, I think, the one impressive shot in the movie, which is you've got the commander, Wyndham, Aunt Judy, and Zenon all like arguing, and the camera is going around them in a circle, and it just keeps going around in a circle.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the only complicated image in the movie.
Yeah.
I forget what she calls him, but then Wyndham is like, I'm not gonna get into a name calling fight with a little girl.
Yeah, because you lose.
And it's like, Zenon, you're playing all the wrong cards. Like, he's trying to kill everybody. Like, don't be making fun of his name calling abilities. You'll lose, son. And Wyndham's like, I really get out of here. This thing's gonna explode. But he doesn't say that. Plank is like,
but he still makes Lutz find the disc.
Right.
Even though it's gonna explode. Even though
with Zenon, like, he should be like, here's the problem.
Right.
When Aunt Judy says Xenon's on the space station, they should be like, great, she'll fucking die too. End of our problem.
Yes.
Thanks for sneaking on, Zenon.
Yeah.
You fucking saved the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess they think that she'll like
tell everyone or
like
do it,
and
but
fix it. But I don't know. They should just let her go and fucking die.
But then they're so relieved when she fixes it because they're not gonna die.
Right.
But even then, like, I don't understand why they didn't just wait in the ship, even though it had to cool and whatever. But I feel like as soon as it cooled, they could have been like, okay, let's go. Like, I feel like it's safer than being in the epicenter of everything.
I guess he wanted to go to Plank to tell him to fucking
not believe Zenon.
Gas it up. No, to like make sure he gets the gas that he needs or whatever.
Oh, right.
Or fuel he needs. So we're getting to the end now. Mm-hmm. She runs into her parents.
Yes.
They go into the main computer room where she's like, I'll fix everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone's like, and there's a ticking clock. It's like 10.
Yeah. And
9.
then everything goes dark and she finally gets it.
Right. And it's like, systems online.
Yeah. And then immediately after that, they have the Protozoa concert.
Well, Plank's on board now. So he's like, arrest that man to fucking Wyndham.
Right.
Again, forgetting about how capitalism works. Because Wyndham could be like, all right, I'm going to take away all the money then.
But there was no money to begin with.
Well, yeah, but...
He said he was going to give them money, but he was also going to blow them up. Right. So there was no real money to begin with.
But they still going to need money, aren't they?
Yeah, money from somewhere.
Okay.
But yeah, but also having Protozoa up there and, like, that's advertising for them.
Right.
So maybe some other millionaire.
Protozoa doesn't seem offended that he was part of this plan and he was going to die too.
I mean, maybe he didn't really absorb that. He was getting ready. He was in the zone. He was getting ready for a show.
True. We forgot to say there is a scene that maybe like at some point Disney Channel was like, you need to add this because it's confusing. There's a scene right before the Wyndham gets on the shuttle where Lutz explains the plot. Oh, yeah. Pretty like, he's like, sir, what a great plan you had, exploding the station for money and then sending the band up there so no one will suspect you. Yep. It's like, wow. You
word
really,
for word.
It's like weird that you'd say that right now, but okay. So now we have the concert.
Yes.
Again, it looks like there's 40 people. We see Aunt Judy and Plank are like together now.
Yeah,
they're like already
cute.
in love.
But it's cute. It's cute that she like points it out to Zenon. She's like, look,
Like,
I found a man.
I found a man finally.
It took me going into space to find one.
Yeah.
Aunt Judy, I love her.
What a loser. And then she
She's cute.
What happens? She tells Protozoa to dance with
Nebula. Well,
instead of her.
Right, but Protozoa announces it. She asked him to do two things.
Dedicate Zoom
Oh,
to
right,
Greg.
to Greg, who like doesn't react to anything.
Right. There's a scene where like yeah, she looks down and she's looking at.
She blows him a kiss, and he's just like.
He's just got his dead
waves.
eyes. Well, he's back on Earth, and he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm never going to see you again."
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks for walking into my life, making me fall in love with you, ruining my friendship with Midge and all my other friends, and just basically coming through my life like a bulldozer.
They didn't have a friendship.
The next day, Xenon's gone. He's got to go back to school. What's he going to do? He's got to still talk to Midge. She ruined his life. Anyway, and that's basically the movie. Mom's like, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, wait. Then he pulls Nebula up, but at first Nebula gets really mad at Zenon.
Oh yeah, because Protozoa was like, she said, I forget how he puts it, but he's like, she said she didn't want to have the dance, and then she's like,
and then he like goes on to like say like she was giving it to someone else, and like he describes Nebula, but she's still mad at Zenon
she's
for
like,
giving
why would
it
you
up.
do that?
And then he's like, because she's everything a BFF should be. And then Nebula's like, that's me.
Yeah.
I get it now. That's me.
So then she goes up and dances to Zoom Zoom.
And then that's it.
That's basically it, yeah. Mom says, have I told you that you're amazing or whatever? And she's like, only 2 billion times or whatever. I saved the whole fucking everyone on here.
You're welcome. You're alive because of me.
Yeah. And that's Zenon, Girl of the 21st Century.
Mm-hmm. It's a great movie.
Yes, revisiting as an adult. How do you feel about it?
I still like it. I don't know. I feel like I still love it.
On a scale of 1 to 10 mouse ears that you draw in the air with a magic brush, how many do you give it?
Well, since this is going to be like a reoccurring thing, is there going to be a 10? Like, how does this scale work?
All up to you. Yeah, 10 would be the best. Whatever you
think. No, I know,
10
but
is.
I'm saying it. Like, is there one movie that would be the best, or is it just what I like? You know what I mean?
Do you think none of them would reach a 10? Make it a curve. Whichever is the best one, call that 10.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Or you could base. I don't know. Do you want to compare it to actual movies? Because that would be rough.
No.
All right,
we're comparing it to other DCOMs.
Okay, so compare it to other DCOMs. What's the best DCOM? Do you have a best?
In my opinion, I'm trying to think of DCOMs. Cheetah Girls is really good.
So if Cheetah Girls is a 10.
I don't know if Cheetah Girls would be the 10. I'm trying to think of like classic. Now I feel like I have to look up DCOMs to see.
Yeah, what are some episodes that we're going to do in the future? Halloween Town for sure.
Yes, Halloween Town.
There's more Zenon movies. There's the Zequel.
There's the Zequel. I never watched Z3, or if I did, I really don't remember it.
Then there's the ones that like we were too old for, like the High School Musicals or the Descendants. Although I hear good things about the Descendants. I kind of want to see that.
I heard Descendants was pretty good, but I haven't watched it.
Cheetah Girls
is fantastic.
Under Wraps, that's another Halloween one.
Yeah, that's a really good one too. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. Oh, okay. I know. I liked the serious ones. So like I think True Confessions would actually probably be a 10. It's about twins, and it's a boy and a girl. Shia LaBeouf's in it. Shia LaBeouf plays a young boy with a intellectual and developmental disability, and it's just about like their life together as twins, and like she wants to be a filmmaker, so she records everything, and then there's like this contest. Whatever.
So that's a 10.
I think that's a 10. I think it's just so. I mean, maybe in the grand scheme of movies, it's not amazing, but like for a Disney Channel, it hits on some really good things, and like it talks about like how hurtful the R word can be, and they say it, but also in that like same, I guess, seriousness, The Color of Friendship, which was like based on a true story, and it takes place in the 70s. and it's about this African American girl who wants an exchange student from Africa to come live with her, and she gets this girl from South Africa, and she like assumes that it's gonna be a black girl, and it ends up being a white girl, and like it's them like dealing with like, because the white girl, they're still dealing with apartheid, and like it's so good, but again, in the grand scheme of things, it's not.
Yeah,
but it's just it's interesting that they picked that movie uses the N-word twice.
Whoa.
As like a teachable moment, I guess, but like it's
still the N-word on Disney Channel.
Right. It's interesting that they picked those two subjects. And then for a while, The Color of Friendship you could find, True Confessions you couldn't find anywhere.
Huh.
Which I thought was really interesting.
That is interesting.
But yeah, I guess those would be my 10s because I think they're both really good.
All right, so getting back to the question. 1
I
to
guess
10.
it would be like a solid 7, but with nostalgia, maybe an 8.
All right. So you heard it here. Jen's score, 7 Mickey silhouettes drawn in the air.
7.5.
7.5. 7.5.
Yeah, it's good.
Fantastic. So this has been PCMC. This is a DCOM 101 episode. Jen, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Jen, where can people find you on the web?
I am on Instagram. I just changed my name to Magically Jen, Magically_Jen.
Magically Jen.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you could find this podcast at PCMC Pod on Twitter or Pop Culture Man Children on Instagram. You could also subscribe to this podcast anywhere podcasts are available. We end every episode by saying,
"Go bye bye."
Zetus Lapetus.
Zetus Lapetus. Go bye bye.